Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Stretford Paddock for another episode of the Paddock Podcast, joined by always by Patrick and Boosh. And today, lads, something a little bit different today, obviously, in the wake of EA Sports FIFA 20. This is not a sponsored video, by the way, but year on year, these unsurprisingly, year on year, these ratings tend to hold a lot of weight in the opinions of not just us who play the game. I haven't played it maybe as much as I have before, but the players as well. You see players reacting to their ratings, their stats online a lot. So we're going to have a look at the United player stats, naturally being a Manchester United fan channel. We're going to give our opinions and see, really, does it reflect, or is it fair, really, what the ratings are. So we're going to start off. We don't know what order. We picked a few. So what's the first one we got on screen there? Wan-Bissaka, 79 rated. What we saying? Boosh, you're a big FIFA player, aren't you?
Yeah. I do a lot of squad battles and stuff like that.
Yeah. What were you? Did you say you were ninth?
Ninth of the world in 1 week, yeah.
That's ninth in the world of every single FIFA player that there is.
Yeah. So that's a free upgrade from last year. I think he's got a one-to-watch card.
Looking at the stats, I remember they used to 80 defending. What were we saying about that? 80 defending, is that fair?
I'd say, in reflection, because they don't like to give too much of a big boost to me, so I'd say that in reflection 79 is fair, but I'd say it would be one of those cards that will just go steadily up. So next year it'd probably be like an 82 if he carries on or something.
Yeah,
and
I think
growth.
For me, it's probably harsh on him. Like, if you're being frank, if you take like current form and everything into account, he's one of the best right backs in the Premier League anyway. And so it's right, because the thing that FIFA do is that they don't like to reflect reality. They
as we'll see
as they go on, they're very, very bizarre with their ratings. So in comparison to everybody else, it's probably about right. But in actuality, I'd say he deserves much better stats. I think physicality, I think, is probably 72 is quite low, honestly.
They never give a lot of strength out to some players, from what I remember. I mean, but they probably, knowing someone like EA, they'll make like 100 different types of cards.
But it comes down to the way that the game plays as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, so it does. Right,
there we go.
No, 70 off Wan-Bissaka. Who's next? Next one. What are we saying? Twanzebe, 73. I would have thought maybe coming up from the Championship would maybe bump
absolutely.
him to, like, maybe a 75 rated non-rare gold player.
I think we've seen Tyrone Mings got 74, I think.
Very harsh.
That's probably fair.
So it's sort of like balanced itself out a bit, but I thought Twanzebe would have been a 75 myself.
78 pace for a centre back is pretty ridiculous.
That'd be unreal.
Yeah. I think it's a bit harsh. I think, getting promoted, I think it's harsh on Mings as well, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I think
he's
Mings,
in the England squad now.
I think Mings is like at least 77, 60, 76, I would say. And then I think that puts Twanzebe as a non-rare 75.
61
personally.
passing as well. Like, he's a pretty composed passer on the ball.
Yeah, that's one of his best traits. He can play wing back, which is what we might see him do at the weekend. So I think it's probably a bit harsh, but they're always going to be down low, and I think they do it in teams as well. Like, if a team isn't doing very well, their squad is going to be down, which is what we're seeing with United.
I think there's like 4 Liverpool. Alisson, I think someone told me he's an 89 today. God.
Unless, of course,
do me a favour. Do me a favour.
Unless, of course, you're Real Madrid, in which case,
everyone's
EA like to.
Next one. Who we got next? Dan James, 72. Now, there's no way that was made before the start of the season.
No.
Or, sorry, made after the start of the season.
No, I'd say if it was made, like, if a game was maybe made a month further in the season, we'd be looking at a 76 or 77.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you imagine, you throw a couple more pace on there, 96 pace or something.
94 pace.
His shooting
94 pace is already dumb. His shooting would be 70.
Definitely be higher than 61.
Oh, yeah, definitely, 100%.
But yeah, you're right, because it was made so late in the season.
73 dribbling as well, probably fair, to be honest.
Yeah.
57 physical, probably the same. So how tall is he? Like 5 foot something?
Yeah, he's only small, isn't he?
Yeah, but we know we'd probably be looking at 76, 77 rate card. Next. Interesting, Paul Pogba. No change from last season, is it? Still an 88 rate card?
Yeah, I think it's the same as last season.
No upgrade, considering, the numbers he was
Do you reckon FIFA, with people who examined his type of goals, maybe thought, he's scored a lot of penalties maybe, but he did pull out a lot of insane assists like Rashford at Wembley and stuff like that.
Yeah, true.
I think it was one of those where if they went one way or went the other way, they were going to get slaughtered for it.
Yeah.
Because if you say, Paul Pogba, if you look at the stats, and it's what FIFA is, it's all about stats. If you look at the stats, he did really well. if you upgrade him, you're going to get a lot of people who are very, very angry about the fact that you've upgraded Paul Pogba. If you downgrade Pogba, you're going to get an equal number of people who are very, very angry about it. It makes sense. He didn't particularly develop particularly last year. He continued to put up good numbers. And I think the reason why people are a bit annoyed is because you can always feel like he can do better. So
it's not hard to be fair.
He's always very good on FIFA as well. He's a horrible player to play against.
FIFA's a weird one, doesn't it? You know better than me, probably, Boosh, but the market just crashes really quickly, doesn't it? And players are going for tickets by the end of the season.
Well, yeah, but the market always starts really high at the start of the season when the game first comes out, and the Premier League's the most expensive league as well. With usually the Italian being one of the cheapest good ones, is often the Liga. But as soon as the more developed cards come out, like informs and stuff like that, the regular cards just crash, and then when team of the seasons come out, it's insanely cheap. So
yeah, it goes up and down all the time. Right, next we got David De Gea. Downgrade, I'm fairly sure, from last season.
Yeah, he was a 90 last season.
89. That's probably fair, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Probably a fair reflection.
Yeah.
Surprised he's not even lower, to be honest. Still the best goalkeeper in the Premier League, I want to say.
Joint with Alisson.
Yeah, joint with Alisson, which is just kind of crazy, to be fair.
Oblak's the best goalie on the game.
Is he?
Yeah, 91, yeah.
91.
91.
Stegen at 90.
Does he start for Slovenia, actually?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure Handanovic must be high rated as well. That's insane.
Do you think Jan Oblak's the best goalkeeper in the world?
He's definitely, the stats wise, you'd say but he is behind one of the
considering the league he's playing in as well.
I feel just Stegen is a little bit
better shot stopper, maybe.
Because sometimes when I watch Stegen, I sometimes think he makes some good saves when he lets some horrible goals in. Maybe like when Wijnaldum scored past him in the Champions League, when he literally just bullied it straight through him. For I think to make it 2-0 Liverpool or 3-0 in the semi-final, but we don't want to talk about that.
I mean, there's another player who doesn't start for his national team.
Yeah,
to stay good.
But as well, wasn't there some mad stat last season that Oblak played 76 games for Atletico and only conceded 74 goals? It was something absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, that's numbers changed now, but best in the game, I can't argue with that. 91. De Gea 89 rated, handling 84, kicking 81. Not sure about that. He's not really the best.
He's not
distributor.
He's not a good. That's not his primary aim. His primary aim is to stop it. He's a more traditional goalkeeper. Although he changed the way you stop stops, he doesn't use his feet.
Post, he gets
use his feet on the ground. Yeah.
Right. Next, Rashford.
Here we go.
3. That's an
upgrade by 2, I think.
By 2 from last season.
I guess towards the end of last season when he was our main man up front, he was scoring goals. I guess that they've mainly looked into that.
82 shooting. A lot of people will take exception to that.
He scored 3 goals in the Nations League as well, so I think he finished last season about 16 goals, I think, in all comps, or maybe 13, I can't remember. Then he got 9 assists. I'd say when you look at Gabriel Jesus, who I'd say is one of the most comparable players to him in the Premier League, rival-wise, Jesus has gone down to an 82.
Oh, really?
So Rashford been 83. It doesn't surprise me because I think that he pulls up good numbers for his age. Yeah, he's only 21, but
more goals than Rooney and Ronaldo at his age.
And you have to say, if you judge it based off his last year, did he develop over the course of last season? Yeah,
he started off with a 70 card. I can't remember.
No, but I mean, as in as a player. In the real world, did he develop over the course of last season? Yeah, absolutely, he did. Yeah. His finishing came on leaps and bounds. It certainly isn't 100% yet, which is why he's still low 80s, and that's okay. And it might next year he might be an 83 again or an 84.
Doesn't matter how good most of these cards are. When I get the game and I go into online, every prick's going to have 10 legends or icons, whatever.
No, but the thing, this card will murder people.
Starter cards. This is a sort of card where if you get it, you'll be able to sell it for 40k straight away right at the start.
FIFA peaked for me online at FIFA 13. When
FIFA 13 was
cards, and now it's been kind of down ever since. But next, anyone? Martial 83 again.
Yeah, stayed at the same rating.
Same rating as 89 pace, maybe a bit quicker. I would have thought.
I'd say, to be fair, Martial post Mourinho has done relatively well to stay. 83, so
a bit lucky. He
did well at the start of the season, but he sort of petered off a bit.
Patches, doesn't he? 82, 81 shooting as well. I think
started this season well. So
I think he should have higher shooting than Rashford personally. Maybe people.
He's a better finisher than Rashford, but I think it evens out to a degree because I think Rashford sometimes looks a bit more comfortable on the wings.
Yeah.
Whereas Martial is, although ironically, there's Martial on the left.
Yeah, so Martial is a left winger as well, not as a striker.
Yeah, I imagine that when they do, because they do the refreshes and stuff like that in January. If he does better, then he'll probably get a refresh into striker, or if he gets an inform, then he'll be put as a striker, I assume. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I think it almost feels a bit like fantasy football, where they have this in midfielder, and everyone literally chose him because they're like, well, that's easy points for him.
I didn't even realise he was a midfielder when I picked him. And if any of you watching this have done the fantasy draft, which is way more tactical than normal fantasy football, because you have to trade players. Got Martial as like, no one picked him up. Oh, he's not going to score goals. You know, midfielder, man. Midfielders get goals. That's what makes you win. Do you have another one, do we? Well, I'm at 82, downgrade.
Yeah, I mean, fair. Like that's still honestly a generous card for him.
83 passing's got to be a little bit better than that.
Oh, he's
not
superb.
any extra Xavi, but maybe a bit better.
No, you probably decrease the pace.
Yeah, definitely decrease the pace. 62.
You decrease the pace. You maybe decrease the dribbling. Bit old. The pass. When on his day, he's one of the best passers of the football going.
Shots maybe a bit harsh and some.
Yeah,
I wonder though if he has a higher curl stat than he does like finishing.
He should have a good free kick stat.
Oh, he better have a good free kick stat.
Like Juventus free kick that he scored and Newcastle. You know,
they always downgrade players as they get older, don't they? Even if they stay the same.
Yeah,
that's the type of card I would enjoy having, like just to have on the bench, because I know that it's not like. You never want to start with him, or he's not a particularly FIFA type player. But he's just a player that I like, and you can probably get the ball with him and ping it across the other end of the pitch.
It made a good like Europa League flashback card of him last year.
Yeah.
It was about 89 rated, which is unreal. So
was that a centre attacking mid, or was that right mid?
For centre attacking. So fingers crossed we can have another one of them. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, and it'd be a Europa League card as well, because obviously
we're in the Europa League.
But we'll forget about that as well. Next, Harry Maguire, 82.
50 pace is so harsh.
50 pace, man. 64. Well, first of all, 82 I think is really harsh.
I think that's ridiculously low. Obviously,
upgrade or downgrade from last year?
I think that's up by one.
Up by one.
What a joke.
80 million though. If you're going for 80 million, regardless of how good you are, I think you should be getting at least maybe a 2, or I think you should be at least an 84.
50 pace is running through Trico on FIFA.
Yeah, I know he's big, but like 64 passing is harsh.
His passing's well better.
What this says is that Juan Mata, and I love Juan Mata, I'll say it again, is as good a cam as Maguire is centre back. Get lost. Maguire is superb, and they don't like upgrading players great amounts. I understand that. They don't want to break the game by having too many higher level centre backs in the Premier League, but at the same time, 50 pace is incredibly hard. Honestly, 64 passing's harsh.
Even 70 dribbling.
Yeah, 70 dribbling's harsh.
He ran through half a Man City team. He had a back in the last season.
53 shooting stars. Did you see the goals that he could score?
And as well, bringing it up against Southampton, he was like best dribbler against Southampton. But
he was one of our most creative players in the last 10 minutes.
He's so nimble.
For Leicester last season at Southampton as well, he ran up a pitch.
Last minute winner.
Yeah.
That won me 144 quid that day. Harry, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. Last minute, I was on work and I found it. Went down on my break, cashed my winnings, but story for another day. Next. Oh, okay.
Oh,
this makes me laugh because
99 dab, 99 milli, 99
block. At least I have all day. Is that João Felix is 80 rated?
Yeah, João Felix is 80 rated in this new FIFA.
107 million pounds player, 80 rated, and
Jesse's worth twice as much. So 82 rated for Lingard, 80 pace. We're not going to shit on Lingard too much because I've said it before. You know, and this is going to really boil the piss out of some people in the comments. I think he's a very useful player to have in the squad, given the role he plays, but his output isn't good enough. But going on his FIFA card there, 78 shooting for a guy who hasn't scored this year. 4 goals in December 20 last season. That's the last time he scored, and he hasn't scored or assisted since. And is this an upgrade, downgrade? I can't even remember. The same,
I think it's the same.
It's the same, so he hasn't changed.
I think they bottled it, honestly.
I think they bottled a bit because I think he's a big. I want to say he may be a big ambassador for EA.
Yeah, I think
he is.
He's quite a big market.
He's going to promote the game, so maybe that ties into it. But we have to hold our hands up to 82 rating is a bit much.
He's done well to keep it.
He's done well to keep that, man. He's had to pull some strings with EA for that as well. 72 physical.
I think he's good with Wan-Bissaka physical.
Yeah.
Wow.
83 dribbling.
Great point.
It actually doesn't look too bad of a card.
It'll be good with the starter of the Ultimate Team and stuff like that. It'll be good.
Good starter card.
And then when you think of new dynamic potential the game's got, it'll be good to have him behind the striker.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, we know what you're all saying in the comments. Ridiculous 82 rating. Do we have any more to show? Do we?
Here we
Couple
go.
more up here as well. No, Mason Greenwood's gone missing, but we'll start with Sergio Romero 80. I don't think he can go.
Yeah, I think that's
Standard.
Yeah.
Lingard 82. We just said Matic 83
downgrade.
Is that a 3? And that's pretty big. For,
I imagine he runs through Treacle of the game as well.
Mate, oh my god, I'd say what's it? Because there's like what work rates, attacking work. I'd say, mate, he's so slow.
If that's now. I prefer career mode, but that is now one of those plays.
So boring.
No, so much more interesting, more challenging as well.
No way.
If you play it properly, you can make it more challenging. But that is the type of player that I would now.
Probably have you come up against someone like Boo?
No, to be fair,
you probably got 60.
To be fair, you got to make it hard for yourself by giving yourself limitations. But anyway, if you go on Matic, that's now one of those players that you just go, yeah, squad, add to transfer list. Because there's no point. Because one of the first things you would do if you were doing a Manchester United career mode, if you're going to do it just normally, CDM.
No, Angel
question.
Angel Gomez 68, probably fair. Do you think it's harsh?
Yeah, he should. I think he should
played them?
low 70s.
No,
Chong's fine.
No.
Greenwood has to be at least low 70s.
No, I think you have to be
like
fair.
as in like you're 73, 72, 71. Gomez has shown
but he hasn't
enough.
played that much. I disagree. But
I think that is the problem for these young players is that they haven't played very much, and I think that like when the ratings get refreshed constantly, like and the live ratings and that, I think these young players be going up when they see him playing the Europa. I think Ashley Young has actually managed to
77.
Standard.
He started at 75 at the very start of last season.
75 did he?
And then he went up a little bit, and I don't really.
I remember he got like a team of the season card, like not too long.
He did because he scored like that banger at Watford. Two bangers at Watford.
That was
didn't he?
only 2 seasons ago. Wasn't it?
Second season.
Scott McTominay there for 77.
That's probably. I know McTominay should be maybe a bit higher.
I'd be looking at 78 on like a cup. Like he's probably better than a lot of the other 77s.
I saw Fred got downgraded as well.
75 straight, is it? 79.
Lindelof hasn't really gone up.
That's surprising as well, considering he was one of the better players. Luke Shaw's the same.
Gone up by 1 maybe or 2. I'm not sure.
Is he? I'm surprised. You think they can like automatically give like player of the season or something like that a bit more of an upgrade?
But then is Luke Shaw 2 ratings better as a left back than Wan-Bissaka is 2 ratings better as a right back?
I don't know. I'm guessing it's because I don't even know what did Wan-Bissaka even have a FIFA card last year?
Yeah, he was 76 last year.
You know what it feels like?
Yeah, he was 76. Then the year before, he was like absolutely horrendous.
Bronze or something like that.
Did you ever used to get school reports and you would have done like tests and stuff that said you got this grade, but they would always say your grade was lower because throughout the year they had to show that you progress for like national statistics. You have to progress over the course of the year, even if you start the year at the level that they say that you finish at. Kind of feels like this. We know Wan-Bissaka is a very good right back, but EA have to show progress. They can't just.
They're probably going to have to slap those, whatever. They have cards. When I played it religiously, like 5-6 years ago, you had informs and you had team of the season. That's all you had. And you've got. I go into Ultimate Team. And there's like purple cards. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Because I don't spend any money like on the actual cards, but when you see the icons and stuff like that, and you think,
it's play to win, isn't it?
So it's like you've managed to get like, for example, I did Roy Keane on last year's and Van Nistelrooy and stuff like that. But then it's like they bring out a prime icon moment, and you're like, well, that's just more money, isn't it?
Yeah. People paying for the same thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all from us today, guys. Anyway, let us know what you think of the FIFA ratings down in the comments below, and make sure to tune in on Saturday. We will be doing a watch along of United's game at home to Leicester City. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter as well, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.